Hello, everybody. I'm Garrett Nielsen. I'm the Career and Employment Manager for College of Agriculture and Life Science here in the Career Center. And I just want to introduce you today to our certification process and tell you a little bit about what it is and why it is worth your time and the benefits that will come to you as a result of participating in it as well. So, the Career Center, as you know, is in the MC on the second floor. We have a lot of resources that have been put into the certification so that you know what we have to offer, and it just takes you through step by step systematically so that you engage with the resources that can help you be successful in your future job search. But you don't want to wait until you're a senior to start your job search. So let me give you a little background on our recommendations here. So if you're a college student, you're taking 15 credit hours for 2 semesters, 30 credits a year for 4 years. That's how 120 credits gets earned. And so that's what you do to graduate with a bachelor's degree. Our recommendation through the Career Center is that during that time you spend 15 hours per semester, approximately 1 hour per week, thinking about your future job, thinking about what you want to do, and thinking about how you would prepare for that future employment. So 120 hours of increased potential for a college level job at graduation. That's what we encourage you to pursue. When we share this, we often get the question, well, what do I do for 1 hour per week? Well, we have options for you for that, but the certification is one of the best ways to go forward with it. So one thing that we are concerned about is this situation where a student spends zero time during their freshman, sophomore, and junior year preparing for future employment. And then their senior year, they start to cram in as many hours as they can, and they still have to do those 120 hours during their senior year. We even see some that put it off till their last semester. They're just waiting until it becomes so important they can't get away from it to start that job searching. So this can lead to stress, potentially being rushed into taking a job that is a little less, underemployment. Underemployed is taking a job that doesn't require a college degree when you have a college degree. It's also an indicator of salary, or just being unemployed at graduation, which can happen. Starting your job search after you graduate is not a recommended plan. So encourage you to think about that scenario. Here are some things that we've learned through some surveys. 14% of our BYUI graduates have not achieved their employment goals 5 years after graduation. So there's a group of students who graduate from BYU Idaho and 5 years later still haven't achieved the employment goals that they have. And this preparation across time can be a solution to that. Graduates whose first job is underemployed remain in underemployment for 5 to 10 years. And that just follows you. So starting in a job that you're qualified for, preparing while you're in school helps you jump into that first job in your field that requires your degree. And finally, we found from students here at BYU Idaho, 2/3 of freshmen say they will do this job market readiness activity, prepare for their future employment, but by their senior year, only 1/3 of them have done it. So only 1/3 of our students are really engaging in this career preparation, even though they intended to. So again, I'm just making the case that spending time 1 hour per week throughout your degree, thinking about and preparing for future employment is what we recommend. The method is what all of our certifications and all of our teaching about job search strategy is based on. And there's 4 major activities within this method. And this will build into our discussion of the certification here in just a minute. So the first three steps and activities deal with knowing what's out there, expanding your network. So exploring employers, conducting informational interviews, and putting yourself in proximity of employers. So networking, networking, networking. It's building the contacts that you have. Activity 4 is evaluating progress and includes resume and interview support. An interesting thing we've found here in the Career Center is that most students come to us for an appointment in resume and interview support. When these appointments in how to network, how to get closer to a company, how to informational interview, and how to find actual employers that hire people like you, those are the higher impact activities that will lead towards an employment outcome. So encourage you to think about this whole package. The method is a proven way to find employers, connect with them, apply, get the interview, get the job. This is another interesting study that was done here at BYU Idaho about informational interviews. And you can see there, informational interviews equals gold bars. The idea is the more informational interviews you do, the higher salary can happen. So students who did 30 to 39 interviews had a salary of $65,000 on average, but those who did 50 plus interviews had a significantly higher salary. So, and comparing that to those who do only 10, which is what our gold certification requires, comparing it to those who have 50 is a significant amount more. So, take away from this, doing your informational interviews, what are the benefits? The first thing is you know more people. Your network has expanded. These people that you do an informational interview, you can also connect with them on LinkedIn. You can continue to have that connection as you go forward. So when you're ready to apply for a job, you have more options out there, people that know you and people who may want to interview and recruit you to their company. The other thing you learn in this many informational interviews is where are the jobs that pay well? Like this difference in salary. I think if you understand the industry you're going into, you know which companies are good to work for, you know which companies pay more or less than others. You just have a much better and deeper understanding by talking to people who are in the field. So that kind of intelligence leads you to making a career decision that can have a higher starting salary. So something to consider. So our certifications. We have the basic, silver, and gold levels of the certification. This is meant to be kind of a gamification of job search preparation. So you start with the basic, and that's what you can do through some classes are starting to require it. Maybe you're wanting to travel with the Career Center, we require that basic certification. Or if you have a campus job, a lot of employees are being asked to do this certification as well. And what it allows you to do is practice and prepare for the method, that job search strategy. It shows employers that you take initiative when it comes to your career. It shows that preparation. We ask employers when they come to campus, when they see people who have the green lanyard that means they're career certified, if they notice a difference, and they've reported back to us that they notice better preparation, better questions, better discussion at their career booth tables. So our employers even have given the feedback that this helps. So the basic requirements, you're going to create your platforms, your LinkedIn, BYUI Connect, and Handshake profiles. You're going to review the information about informational interviews. So there's several videos that teach you how to do an informational interview well and how to find someone to do it with. Basic doesn't require that you've done an informational interview, but I would encourage you to do one shortly after learning about it, because that will allow you to take what you've learned and actually use it. In VMock, which is our artificial intelligence powered resume and interview help, is you're going to do two things: a mock interview or smart interview, and a resume review. So this is going to require two different things. The mock interview is a set interview. You can choose by industry which interview you want to take, and it's going to ask questions related to that industry. A smart interview takes a job application. So here's the application information, and here's my resume. Create for me a custom interview that will allow me to prepare for a real interview. And so that's what a smart interview is. They're both really great opportunities to practice. And then the resume review is loading your resume in there, and it will review the content, the format, and the structure of your resume, and give you some great ideas for improvement. Number 4, the step 4 is creating a me in 30 seconds pitch. There's instructions in the link. And this is just, how do you introduce yourself? How do you basically answer the question, tell me about yourself? And so having that prepared and memorized can be a great way when you're networking, when you're meeting people, to tell them about you. And once you've done step 1 through 4, you schedule an appointment with the Career Center to talk to one of our career success mentors. I'm just going to show you how that works. This is the step where a lot of students who are being asked to do this or have it as an assignment in a class, they stop short of coming in for this certification review. Let me just assure you, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just an opportunity for our coaches to meet with you and reinforce and talk about the things you've already done in the certification. So in Handshake, which you'll be creating your profile in, when you go to the schedule your appointment, you'll see that there's multiple types of appointments available based on the activities of the job search strategy, the method. And so the certification review is a 5th type, and that's the one you're going to want for this passing off your basic certification. When you click there into certification review, it's going to show you the dates and the times that coaches have openings. When you click into any one of these openings, I'm going to go with, here's one today and tomorrow even, the day that I'm recording this. If you click into that appointment time, it has you put in your information as a student, whether you want that in person or as a Zoom call. And you can type a message of what you're hoping for in the appointment. Then you go through the appointment terms and agreement, set that appointment. So this is going to be in person here in the Career Center or on your Zoom, whatever you choose that way. So hopefully that gives you some options for completing that last step. When you come in person, you'll walk out with your certification, which is a paper they print out for you. They'll also give you your lanyard, and they'll set you up with what you need there. If you do it on Zoom, they'll send you some of that stuff electronically, and you can stop by and pick up the other items at the Career Center when you can. So that basically gives you an idea of what you're doing with that basic certification. Encourage you to do it. Spend a little time on it each week. It's only going to help you prepare for your future job, for your future career. So thanks for considering it, and I wish you the best. We look forward to seeing you here in the Career Center as you pass it off.